We currently, this year is our busiest year, and we're going to see anywhere between 70 to 75 weddings that we have booked as of right now. I see a lot of brides that, and mothers of the brides as well, I see them get very nervous. You know, they have these moments of panicking, and then they, you know, get to that day and you see, it's almost like they just are kind of glazed over, and you can tell that they're just very overwhelmed. That's just kind of the nature of the beast with a wedding. You have all this pressure on you, all these opinions, all of these things like come tumbling down onto a bride, because the grooms don't really ever take much on. And it's a lot to handle.
If you really have gotten to that point, you need to just kind of put yourself into a timeout, you know, and breathe and relax and kind of center yourself and remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You also need to maybe take a little inventory at how much are you trying to control everything, do everything, manage everything. And it's a good time to start delegating, letting other people help you, and trusting them that they want the most perfect day for you as well. If we can hold on to our plans lightly instead of tightly, and we can make room and space for things that aren't on the agenda, you'll have a much better time at your own wedding.
For my wedding, I planned everything, I catered everything, and pretty much took on the role of being just the point person up until the day of our wedding. Knowing that I was in the food industry and knowing that I was someone who's been to many events and coordinated many events, I knew exactly what I wanted, so I took all of that on. About 6 months into it, I was like, what the heck am I doing? I am crazy. Why am I taking all this on? Then the day of, all the food went out perfectly, the guests were happy, and it was perfect. And then the next day, I felt like I had nothing to do anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with all my free time? I have nothing in my life. And I said to Josh, I go, it's like I have postpartum wedding depression. It was pretty much like my wedding broke up with me. And so it was kind of this transition period where both Josh and I were like, what do we do?
It's sort of like this big pink bubble that you're in, planning for this one big day, and then after that day is over, you're back to your regular life. And you know, sometimes we like to be in the pink bubble. So it's about returning back to regular life and finding meaning in that, and finding the value in that, and having gratitude in the things that are day to day, including the love that you have.